Under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better. Why would we ever want to return to where we were less than 4 short years ago?
One thing still upsetting me, however, is that no one kept proper records of meetings or decisions. This led to my failure to recollect whether I approved an arms shipment before or after the fact. I did approve it. I just can't say specifically when.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now get...
That's where the strength of democracy is, freedom of speech and freedom of expression. It's not in the weapons. Dictators aren't afraid of weapons, they're afraid of ideas. I mean, historically, communist countries have put, like, political poets in jail. Poets? Excuse me, did you say poets? Let's be honest, folks. When's the last time anybody in this room was, like, jumped by poets?
Read my lips.
You don't have to read his lips. Read his record. Clinton Gore. For people.
Oh, I don't like this one bit.
Well, I can't stop now. I'm addicted. They got a hold of me.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And I believe in government that is responsible to the people.
I said a long time ago one of our objectives is to smoke them out and get them running and bring them to justice.
Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see. Oh, 5. Okay. So commerce, education, and
EPA? The aircraft captured by the Iranians earlier this month is, in fact, one of America's most sophisticated spy planes. The president was asked about it today.
We have asked for it back.
We're getting a real clear message with politics over the last decade or so. It's that what you are seeing on television, the people that are talking, that's the guy who got that spot. That's all that is. And that guy is instructed, he's pushed into a certain direction by all the people who got him to that position. It's so clear. There can be no denying it. When you look at it now, to take it seriously, as in, you know, to take it to think that there's really some sort of a big vote going on and we're going to change the way the whole thing works. At what point in time do you look at a guy like Obama who acts like a Republican and does all this creepy shit that if GW was doing it, liberals would be fucking calling in to newspapers every day and protesting every day? He's doing shit that's just like the stuff that Bush did. Somehow or another, liberals aren't even saying anything about it. It's so bizarrely creepy and so bizarrely weird, just like Windows versus PC. It's like the same sort of battle going on. It's the same sort of weird control. You can't affect this fucking thing at all. You spend your whole life chipping away at this insanely corrupt system. Good luck.
The American people are beginning to vote across racial lines, and I hope it will happen more and more. More and more women are being elected. Look at all these women Senate candidates we have here. And
could you imagine if Clinton was in office today?
Oh, man.
Could you imagine all the Twitter messages interns would be throwing back and forth? Because he would get busted for sure way quicker if he was in office today. Think about the crazy shit that dude did. He was always my proof. You know, like when he got his dick sucked by that chick, I was always like, God damn it, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew they have to be crazy to get in there. You can't really be that guy you're selling, man. You can't. You're not going to have the kind of energy.
I mean, everybody likes blowjobs, though, man.
Yeah. Everybody likes blowjobs, but he would just get alone with girls, just whip his dick out.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he that out of control?
Oh, he was a maniac. He's a fucking savage. God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless. He's just one of those dudes who just couldn't help but swing. I can't help but swing. I saw the pitch. Here it comes. I bet his pussy output tripled after that Monica Lewinsky thing, because there's a lot of girls that just want to let him know they can keep their mouth shut. Listen, I know you had that problem with Monica, but you know, she's a little girl and it's not me, and I'm a grown woman and I know what I want, and what I want is you, and I don't need anything other than you in my mouth, and that's the end of it. And he'd be like, well, hell, I think we said enough. I don't know if he was a good president, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe when he was in,
things weren't that
maybe
off
he
the
was
rails.
when he was on the show. The writers had it written in a more happy, friendly way.
I think he was kind of the last good guy in there. I mean, there's only been.
Was he though? Was he? I don't know.
I don't know. Obama's probably a good guy.
I don't know if any of them are good guys. I'm not sure what I believe anymore.
You got to do some fucked up shit to get that far.
Yeah, I don't think you could be just some regular fucking dude with some unique ideas and get all the way to be president. You have to have compromised yourself so deeply along the way. Yeah. Obviously, I've done no research whatsoever to substantiate any of these claims.
Makes sense, though.
I don't believe it, though. Do you believe it? You know what
that like a good guy can make it this far? No.
Do you think how much
you have to
say do they ultimately have?
Agree to letting unspeakable things happen on the regular.
How much say do you think? Yeah. Do you think?
Oh, it's
think you could even rewrite the script?
Yeah, if you want to get your head blown off like John F. Kennedy.
A lot of people don't believe that that's the case. A lot of people believe that it was Lee Harvey Oswald and he got lucky, and that people make a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it just seems like anybody who's kind of like steering us towards some decent change winds up with their fucking head blown off.
Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam!
It doesn't seem like there's balance on the other side. Like, why didn't Nixon ever get shot? Or like, I mean, Reagan did. I guess that's a...
Yeah, Reagan did, man. He was one of the most rah-rah of all.
We'll shoot you in the gut.
Watching that on TV going, God damn, they shot that actor dude who's now the president.
Here's great news about two wonderful Baraxo hand-cleaning products.
Let's see, Arlene Francis.
Well, judging from the applause, I take it that you are a performer.
It just shouldn't be legal that if you're a person who is a professional pretender, that you go on to be the guy who tells the truth to the nation.
Are you Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan.
All these shenanigans take place in a hilarious new Hollywood movie called Bedtime for Bonzo, starring Ronald Reagan, Diana Lynn, and Bonzo.
It's a monkey.
Well, sure it's a monkey.
Why didn't you tell me?
Tell me, future boy. Who's president of the United States in 1985?
Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, the actor?
Now him, I don't think he made one decision the whole time. I think there was a commission of fucking assholes who were like, all right, this is what we're doing. Yeah. Here's the script. You're an actor, act!
He was an ad spokesman on television, in the early days of television, for things like General Electric.
Or General Electric. Here is Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. He was that guy that with this English look. And they just bought him from the television set.
It's amazing, though, how many people respected him. It's like people that argue that Hulk Hogan really did fight all those guys.
It's still real to me, damn it!
And then when he got in trouble with selling arms to Iran, I remember that. I remember being like, when he was like, I don't remember, I don't recall.
I did approve it. I just can't say specifically when.
Do you think he really didn't remember? Do you think Alzheimer's was kicking in?
Of course, he had Alzheimer's.
Did he have it then?
It's the only disease that doesn't make you remember.
I think between Nancy Reagan and all the shit he knew, it was probably just a convenient way to check out. I wonder if he just faked his Alzheimer's.
Why would he do that?
He said, you know what? I know too much. The best way to get out of this is just pretend like I'm fucking losing grip.
Let's go back to him, Ronald Reagan, faking Alzheimer's.
Could you imagine? Nancy Reagan's like, just say no, just say no, just say no. He's like, okay, I heard you.
What's your name again?
I heard you. Who are you?
Nancy.
Who are you? Why are you here?
And then he just showed
Where's
up.
my pudding? Did you sell arms to Iran? I don't know. Did I? There's a guy named Jimmy Tingle, a very famous, very respected comic from Boston, and this was just when the scandal was breaking, and he went on stage, and he goes,
okay, here's a little tip. In the future, right? Mr. President, Mr. Bush, Mr. Dukakis, whoever graces the White House in the name of the American people, if you ever sell guns to people that hate us, jot it down.
That's an unfortunate situation. When I think I remember back at some advertisements like, oh, George Bush would be the kind of president you like to go have a beer with at the bar, and I'm thinking, not really.
Well, I would have a beer with him just to see how fucking guilty he feels. The thing that I always point to is the time when that dude was throwing shoes at him. That was the one time where it illuminated to me how much of it is just a job for George Bush. He's just a guy with a job. When that guy started throwing the shoes at him and he had a little smile on his face, he's like, gee whiz, finally I get a little fun on the job. Normally my job is bullshitting to people while Dick Cheney fucks the world.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
But today I got to duck some shoes, honey. It was fun. I was like, come on, you little fella. You ain't got no fucking arm. It's like he seemed human to me for like a brief moment. Because to me, Bush was always this moron that like stood on a battleship with, mission accomplished in the background when fucking nothing had been accomplished. Like, the fuck are you talking about? How's it mission accomplished? What was your mission? Mission accomplished. We stole and lied. So I always looked at him as being this, this evil person who was perpetrating these things on the American people. And then I looked at him when that guy was throwing a shoe at him, and I was like, he's just a guy who got duped. And the reason why he comes off dumb is because part of the reason why he's way dumber now than when he was the governor, if you go back and listen to like George Bush's speeches when he was a young man and he was campaigning for governor.
We ought to determine the cost per pupil necessary to achieve excellence in the classroom, and we ought to fund it. The funding priority of the state of Texas ought to be the school children of our state, and it has not been under the past 4 years.
He was quite eloquent. I mean, it's really a shocking difference between maybe not the most educated guy in the world, but at least he was focused and prepared, and he spoke very clearly, and he seemed very confident. Whereas you see him like as an older man, it's like he's just barely fucking phoning it in.
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
It's not even that he was dumb. It's like he never thought about it. Like he had to shut himself off of the reality of what being the fucking president was. Because everybody, when they're a little boy, thinks that the reality of being the president is, you get to be the fucking guy who fixes everything and be the next Teddy Roosevelt and be the guy who turns America around. And meanwhile, you're there to put on the show. You're there to tell everybody that everything's okay. We have to insert this dick in your ass to fight terror. Oh, okay. And that guy throwing the shoe at it just illuminated it. I saw him with this glimmer in his eye like a young guy again. And meanwhile, he's just a fucking 60-year-old man. 60-year-old man who just got sucked into the wrong fucking crowd, never really was ambitious. If you look at his past, he's like a lazy guy.
One man's struggle to take it easy.
We're talking about a guy who choked himself unconscious on a pretzel. Do you remember that shit? He had like a black eye. Or that was a story.
Yeah, that totally seems like the most ridiculous story ever.
Maybe his dad beat the fuck out of him. Could you imagine if he was like doing something wrong or he said something wrong and his dad put on leather gloves and like just beat his ass in front of everybody to show him, this is not how the new world orders run, and he fucking beats his ass. I wouldn't put it past him. His dad was the head of the fucking CIA. His dad, they always thought he was like a wimp. Like that was like the big thing on the older Bush. He was on the cover of Newsweek and it was talking about him being a wimp, and it was like a very controversial thing. Because here's a guy who's, gonna run the fucking biggest nuclear power in the free world, and they're saying, is he a wimp? Like, wow. Like, that's a label, man. You stick that in a magazine? A fucking magazine sticks that? But meanwhile, this guy was the head of the fucking CIA. You know what kind of evil shit you have to do to be the head of the CIA? So maybe he did have to fucking lay the gloves to George. So no, you can't go back to owning a baseball team, right?
Everybody.
What do you think, Obama? Do you think Obama knew what was going to happen before he got into office? Because he seems, it seems to me, he seems so ineffective. It's almost like he had an idea of what it would be like, and then when he got in there, it's just nothing like that.
He's extremely effective for his client base, which is the banks.
Have you seen the video where Barack Obama says that he believes he's the 4th best president? He talks about, different presidents that have accomplished more, and he only lists like 3 that he thinks have accomplished more than they have.
A list of accomplishments, as you said yourself, Steve. I would put our legislative and foreign policy accomplishments in our first 2 years against any president, with the possible exceptions of Johnson, FDR, and Lincoln. But just in terms of what we've gotten done in modern history.
Yeah, you raped the world. Congratulations. Good job. Way to go, dude. You got the Nobel Prize and then you sent 30,000 more people out to Afghanistan. It's amazing that he could actually say that. Do you know what he's talking about?
No.
What the fuck could he be talking about? It's amazing how this is all predicted by the founding fathers. The fact that Benjamin Franklin was the one who said, he who chooses security over liberty deserves neither. What's the guy who won Iowa, the crazy religious dude?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
Santorum, is that his name? Oh, he's a good one. He's full helm Jesus. He's Jesus like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. He's at the front of the Jesus ship with his arms up in the air. He's pushing it hard. What an amazing group of humans we have trying to be at the helm. We're living in a Coen Brothers movie, and a real good one. There's never been a time in human history where the access to information is easier. And when the access to information is easy, people can get the truth out. When people can get the truth out, and they can get ideas out, and they can get an ideology of happiness and of sustaining your environment and of subsistence and of a community and of love and friendship, it's very possible to foster that and grow. You know, we don't have to all be conquerors. We can just be human beings and enjoy our time here, because it is in fact temporary. And like all sort of patterns of behavior that people get stuck in, whether it's fucking gambling or excessive masturbation or whatever the fuck you get hooked on, you can also get hooked on running the world. You can also get hooked on fucking over the world. So these people are sick.
Yes.
They're sick. And they need to wake up.
It's ridiculous. You know? Those people, and that's why, again, why Ron Paul is so